In 2015, I was hired as a youth organizer, and I also started working with the community task force on school climate to improve the city schools. Through my work at TE, I was able to talk about why things in my community were not right, and I got the chance to do something about it. It's hard to imagine what my life would be like if I hadn't walked through those doors. Working at TE has shown me that it's okay to challenge the power structures that be, and it's okay to speak out if I feel something is wrong. TE helped me to rediscover my voice, which was taken from me at a young age. I am now using it in powerful ways to change our neighborhoods, schools, and our society. Thank you. During my work with TE and the Community Task Force, I met the amazing Rosemary Rivera. I was new to the work being done on school climate, and she took me in as if I was family and modeled so many aspects of being a leader. To see another woman of color whose story of struggle is similar to mine, who put so much love and passion into her powerful activism, is an incredible inspiration. Without Rosemary's tireless efforts, many of the changes our task force has made would not have happened, including the code of conduct and restorative practices. She inspires me because she has never given up on herself, despite the obstacles thrown in her way. Rosemary always told herself that she would be remembered for something positive in this world. She has done so much more than that for equity and justice, and she is not done yet. I am honored to have met such a beautiful spirit. I would like to present the Teen Empowerment 2018 Peacemaker in Action Award to my friend, mi familia, Rosemary Rivera.
I think I'm a little nervous. It's really an incredible. I love tea. It's really an incredible honor to be with you all here today. The Peacemaker in Action Award is not something I ever saw myself receiving. Maybe the Agitator in Action Award. The Troublemaker in Action Award. Or even the Pain in the Ass Award. But Peacemaker? Yet, when I think about it, when I think of all the people in our history who have ever inspired me, they fought for peace, and yet their life was full of conflict. They fought for peace, and they were the victims of violence. They fought for peace, and they were ridiculed or cast aside as a nuisance. They fought for peace, and they were the greatest challengers to the status quo. That status quo has been made from steel into the twin blades of racism and capitalism. Together they have destroyed whole races and made capitalism the law of the nation. The result, minimum wage slaves on a modern day plantation. Yet I have a vision. I have a vision of a world where capitalism does not make us cut each other's throat, where racism is as obsolete as an abacus, and where every child has a voice and is loved and not feared, where we build a shield forged with vibranium, Wakanda forever, against the forces of oppression, breaking those twin blades and freeing all of us, as your liberation and your liberation is all tied into mine. My vision is a world where all our needs are met, where education is not confined to four walls, where peace is the norm and tolerance is the rule. A world that we can create if we embrace the movements of today, which are going to look different from the movements of the past. They are going to taste like arroz con gandules, and they're going to smell like weed and sound like hip hop. A world where everyone can reach their true potential. I want to live in a world that is labelless, where I no longer have to carry the weight of my past, where I no longer have to ask, am I good enough? Is my voice worthy enough? My past. Shalinda, I love you, mama. I was born in New York City, left in the hospital like some discarded piece of trash. I was raised by New York State. And as I like to say, I'm always fighting them like a good rebellious child. I dropped out in the 6th grade, yet somewhere, somehow, I learned to love to read. God, if you have kids, teach them not just how to read the word on the page, but how to love to read. I was institutionalized, labeled a juvenile delinquent, then became a YO, no, not a youth organizer, but a youth offender, then a criminal, and finally labeled a career criminal and a danger to society as I spent countless years in and out of prison to the streets and right back. My story is no different than thousands of others. Pain is pain. The difference is the intensity of the pain. The difference in mine is that I did survive and I read. And when I was in my 30s, I stumbled across an adult version of teen empowerment, Metro Justice, which is citizen action in Rochester. This is a social justice organization that developed me. They actually invested in me. Go figure. That developed me, educated me on systematic oppression and showed me how it worked. They recruited me to fight that oppression and gave me a purpose that was greater than myself. It showed me that it wasn't my fault that the system had failed me. There are a lot of those people are in this room. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. Billy Easton, from the Alliance for Quality Education, Karen Scharf, I love you. From Citizen Action of New York, Bruce Popper, SEIU 1199, who constantly is fighting. And then I was able to be with Teen Empowerment, where I was able to ease the hurt of my childhood through the words and actions of these youth, who could easily have gone down the road that I come from, but instead, I watched them transform with patience and love and patience and more love. Where's J-Ben? She does it. The youth in this community never cease to inspire me. I see the looks of surprise when adults are not expecting them to rise to the occasion and say the things that they do. Right, Shalinda? You know what I'm talking about. What I have learned from our youth is that if it is youth-friendly, it is adult-friendly. And that powerful combination of watching youth be developed, tapping into what is already there, and then working with parents like at Metro Justice and AQE to do the same thing, what a powerful combination. Mothers and sons working together for justice. Some folks say that these youth that you see here today are the exception, so sorry, these youth are the rule. And today, I'm going to do something that invests in my inner child once again. I want you to join me. I want you to reach onto the table. Close your eyes. Think back to your childhood. Some of you got to think back a little further than others, but that's okay. Think about a time that you felt completely powerless and helpless and shuffled through a system, a process that you don't understand. Wouldn't you have wanted a teen empowerment to be there for you? Now I want you to go ahead and, you know what, like I just told Ajamu, become a monthly donor of teen empowerment. One-time contributions are great, but if you break it up monthly, teen empowerment would be able to calculate the income that they bring in. It so much helps. We have to be part of the sustainability of this organization, and we have to sustain the organizations that are committed to working with them. For you, that is the price of a mocha latte at Starbucks each month. For the youth here, that is the chance of a lifetime. Remember, it took the love of this community, even my mayor, wherever she's at, who put up with my anger at injustice that has helped me grow. Yeah, I'm that mad Puerto Rican lady coming down the street. It took someone giving me an opportunity, thank you, Karen, and countless individuals who teach me daily, my pearl, I love you. It takes collective work to build power to change, but that change does not come without conflict. Change comes after crisis. Like Frederick Douglass said, and I'll leave you with this is his home. Those who profess to favor freedom and yet deprecate agitation are men who want crops without plowing up the ground. They want rain without the thunder and lightning. They want the ocean without the awful roar of its many waters. If there is no struggle, there is no progress. Thank you.